You are then going to open up your sketchbook to a blank double page spread. On the left page, on the left-hand side, up at the corner, you are going to draw this circle or trace this circle 10 times going down.
I actually ran into a little bit of trouble right here because I drew the circle a little too close to the edge. I kind of recommend that you move it over just slightly, probably about 1 centimeter or half an inch over from the edge of the paper. This will allow you to have a little more space than what I did. Okay, you're then going to number each circle going down. I recommend that you do this on the left side at the top of each circle. Okay, draw along and write with me as I go through the individual steps. Right next to the first circle, please label step 1 blank circle. Step 2 goes along with the second circle. You are going to write half the circle. This is basically going to half the larger circle with a smaller circle. What I like to do to guarantee that I get something in the middle is I like to draw little crosshairs. So I'm going to do that for the remainder of the circles going down. Then right about halfway in each of the quadrants on the line, I'm going to make a mark. From those marks, I'm going to draw a curved line that connects all the little dots. And again, I'm going to do this to the remaining circles down below. Step 3 goes along with the third circle. So you are then going to write half the half circle, which means you are going to half that smaller circle again with an even smaller circle. Again, it might be easy for you to make little dots on those lines and then just connect them with the curved line. Step 4 goes along with circle number 3. This is where you are going to draw the highlight. I recommend drawing that in the top right corner of the smallest circle. Step 5 goes in circle 4. In step 5, you are going to draw 2 small dashes at the edge of the largest circle. Step 6 also goes along with circle number 4. This is where you are going to connect the dashes that you just made with a curved line that cuts through the iris. It is very important to cut through the iris. If you don't, it's going to make it look like the person that you are drawing is extremely scared or shocked. Step 7 goes in circle number 5. This is where you're going to color in the pupil. Step 8 is where you're going to shade the iris using what is known as a starburst effect. This is where you are actually going to shade in a circle. Take a look at the picture down at the bottom of the screen here. You can see that everything is radiating from a central point. If you were to look at an eye, you're going to see that everything does radiate from the center out. It is also going to be darker on top. This is because the eyelid is casting a shadow onto the eye. Because there is no shadow on the bottom, it is going to be a little bit lighter. It also depends on how light or dark your eyes are. If you have blue eyes, then it's going to be a little bit less dark. If you have dark eyes, then it's going to be even more dark. So watch as I shade this eye. Again, I am shading in a circle, and I am applying more pressure as I go to the top, and less pressure as I go to the bottom. Step 9 also pertains to circle number 5. In this step, you are going to erase the outer circle, the crosshairs, and the top of the iris. Step 10 goes in circle number 6. This is where you are going to draw the bottom lid. It is very important to not connect the bottom lid all the way through. If you do, it's going to make it look like you have a lot of eyeliner on. And unless you're Britney Spears or somebody else like that, then you don't want to have all of that eyeliner. You're then going to erase the bottom part of the iris, but only if it cuts through. So you're basically using your eraser as another drawing line. Step number 11, again in circle number 6, this is where you're going to darken the outside of the iris. So you're basically adding parentheses to the eye. Step number 12, this time in circle number 7. This is where you're going to darken the top lid of your eye. Basically, I'm just going to add a little bit of a shadow, just extend that line out just slightly for my eye. Step 13. This is where you are going to draw the eyelashes. So here's where I get a lot of really bad drawings. I'm just going to lay it out there. They're horrible, guys. When you go to draw an eyelash and they're straight up and down, it's scary. Our natural eyes are not shaped that way. The eyelashes should be curved. When you draw something like this is kind of what I think of. Anybody else see it? No, please don't do this, because that's kind of what I see right there, alright? So no bug lashes, please. Again, no bug lashes. All the lines should not be straight. Alright, on a more serious note, there are different ways to draw lashes. Now, everybody has the same eyelashes, but naturally, guys have nicer eyelashes than girls. Sorry, guys, it's true, and sorry, girls, it's definitely sucks for all of us. So, to draw a girl's lashes and a guy's lashes, you basically start the same way. You darken the top lid, you only draw part of the bottom lid. But to draw the actual eyelashes themselves, girls' eyelashes, we like to draw them going at an upward angle, so remember to curve them, but they do want to be going up. We spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in our lifetime to buy mascara to get our eyelashes to do this. So when you're doing a drawing, you kind of want to mimic it, even if the person doesn't have tons of mascara on. Now for a guy, guys, their eyelashes are wonderful, but they don't love to have them stand out. So what you need to do is draw the eyelashes curving downwards. Also notice I'm not just doing one singular line for each of the eyelashes here. My lines are not straight, they're curved, they're overlapping, so I'm trying to get it like more natural looking. Another common mistake that I see all the time is when people draw tear ducts. I've actually seen people draw tear ducts on both sides of the eye. That's not where they really are. They're in the middle right next to the nose. So there's only one tear duct on each eye. And it's usually on the other side of where the eyelashes are. Step number 15 goes in eye number 9. This is where you're going to shade the eyeball. The eyeball is also known as the sclera. You can actually see that in this image here. The sclera is known as the white of the eye. But if you actually look at an eye, a real eye, you're going to notice that the sclera is not 100% white. There are different shades and tones, different colors, all in that. So you don't want to draw a pure white eyeball or a pure white sclera. Step number 16 goes in eye number 10. This is where you're going to draw the crease right above the eyelid. The crease occurs when you open your eye and the skin kind of folds back. Now, unless you're of Asian descent, you are going to have a crease. Now, sometimes people who are of Asian descent do have a crease. The crease is just really small. The last step that I am going to do is I'm going to fade the limbus ring. Now I actually spell it wrong on this video, so I do apologize, but it is Limbus. That is the limbus ring. That is that darker ring around the iris. If you look at a picture of a real eye, you're going to notice that it is not solid. So you kind of want to fade it into the sclera just a little bit. And now we finished one completed eye.